that time already?
Technically, yeah, but I think she's resting as much as possible. I think, she might run when she goes to Course in Miracles, and she finishes and and I can understand. Did I ask her? I think it's she and I have been both transportation.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sounded on, Laura.
It did? It sounded, oh, didn't sound that way. Well, welcome everybody, and it doesn't look like we have anybody new here for the first time at all. So Sundays don't happen by accident. Takes much planning and much work. So today's speaker today is the wonderful, angelic Joanna Gabriel.
That was very generous.
And that's the truth.
That's the truth, yeah, you heard me.
And our musicians, Sally and Jamie. You're angelic too. For those who don't know, Jamie will be singing with the Puget Sounders today at 3 o'clock at Seminary New Church. And I'm going.
3.
And our chaplain today is Debbie Lee. Hospitality is Laura and Mary Ellen. Our spick and span angels are all of you. And the board member of the week is Cindy, and I'm your angelic platform person. I was going to say co-host.
Platform person.
Nora Clemens. And so now it's time for Red Heart song, our love song.
Why don't we stand up for this one? Oh, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Oh, tell it on the mountain, Jesus Christ is born. When I was a seeker, I sought both night and day. I asked the Lord to help me, and He showed me the way. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, Jesus Christ is born. He made me a watchman upon a city wall, and if I am a Christian, I am the least of all. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, that Jesus Christ is born. One more time on that. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, that Jesus Christ is born.
So a red heart welcome. If you are new today at Unity of Bremerton, we welcome you in the spirit of love. We want you to know, no matter where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. We know that the world is a better place when we are willing to share our hearts. We give you this heart as a symbol of the steadfast spirit that lives within each of us, and we ask you to carry this symbol as a member of the Red Heart Fellowship. Let it be a reminder that the love of God is always with you and to share your heart wherever you go. The red heart is a symbol of fellowship in the world. It can spread love one heart at a time. Let's start the movement here. And for those of us visiting for the first time or watching online for the first time, we ask that you join us more than once, because we do have various speakers with, different things to hear. So the Unity announcements for the week are, and most of them are in your bulletin, a lot of them. The upcoming events are next Sunday, the 23rd. It's the holiday potluck and celebration with Sally and Jamie singing carols, and we will just share in wonderful fellowship. And in 2 weeks, on the 30th, Michael Bogart is going to be our speaker, with Michael Gabriel speaking, so we'll have M&M. And now for our board member of the week, Miss Cindy. Madam President?
Madam Vice President. Am I getting that? Working for the Navy now, I think I almost have it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our second week in our new home. Yes. Getting a little bit easier each week. Thank you to those who are showing up early to help us set up and make these things happen. Really appreciate that. So let's start by making sure that your cell phones are on vibrate or off with these acoustics. Woo, we can hear it now, so please be sure to turn those down. If this is your first time at this location, we want to share some important information. The ladies' restroom is in this door here. Men's is through the double doors there. There are also restrooms upstairs if you need, because that's kind of important. Just want to let you know the buses do not run on Sundays, so it is okay to park in those areas, just so that you know that's an important little piece of information. We are trying to keep it kind of clear up here for those who need assistance. And, you know, we're riding, we can even park your car for you if you need, so, and we're kind of figuring all this out. We'll get this down in the next couple of weeks, but so far so good. I think we're doing okay. We want to remind you that we would normally be live streaming. We're having some internet issues this morning, so that we are recording and we will upload for those who normally watch us, and we'll work on that internet issue. Hopefully sometime this week. We have, do we? We might. We did, yes we do. We have prayer request forms right up here with our prayer box, so if you want to put one in there, the chaplains will take care of that for you. And if you need prayer assistance, we do have chaplains here available after our gathering. So be sure to, our good chaplain of the day is Debbie Lee. So yay. Let's see. We also want to remind you that with the recording, even whether we're live streaming or recording, that conversation is picked up, especially with these floors. The sound really travels, so be aware of that. Unity of North Kitsap usually has a weekly meditation. This Thursday, December 20th at 7 p.m., the mystical didgeridoo. Join Dr. Gale as he plays the didgeridoo. This is an experience which can be healing, relaxing, and help some reach deep levels of meditation. Everyone is welcome. Thursday meditations are in the sanctuary at Faith Episcopal in Polesville. And again, we want to reach out and thank everybody who showed up for both Packing Day and Unpacking Day. We had a wonderful turnout. Thank you so much for helping make this move happen. We're still finishing up at the other locations. Extremely special thank yous to Mary Ellen and Ann, who are working very diligently to wrap up our other location. Joyce and her husband were there Saturday scraping the letters off of the windows when I showed up to see where we were at, so thank you. And we're trying to get that all done and buttoned up and get set up here, so thank you for everybody. This is, the move's about us, here's about us, it's all about us. It's not just a few of us, so we do need help setting up and tearing down before or after. If you can get here early to help, that's great. If you can stay a little bit late to help, that's great too. So let's just pull it all together, we can make this happen. So special thank yous to everybody who's already done so much. We do appreciate it. And your board is working its tail off, so do know that we are.
Especially stacking those chairs for those people that are above normal size.
Right,
Like me.
right.
Taller
Yeah.
than normal. They
Sometimes
can
we
stack.
do need, yes, that additional height factor comes in handy. It does, it does. All right, let's see. We are, the big table in our previous location is available. If somebody is interested in purchasing that, I have posted it online. But if there's someone here that would be interested in that big wood table, please come see me. We also may have some office supplies, hanging folders and envelopes and that kind of thing. So if anybody's in need, we may be kind of going through some of that stuff. So just let me know if you're interested. And so next Sunday, being our holiday Sunday, we've got, like Nora said, we're going to do a potluck. We're going to do the White Elephant gift exchange if you're interested. We're going to watch our wonderful performance that we prepared last year that we got snowed out. So, you know, that was the dress rehearsal. So we're going to play that, which is the 12 Powers of Christmas, which we thought was really awesome. So we'd like you to see that. So we're going to do that, the potluck gift exchange carols. We're going to have an awesome time. Bring a friend, bring some food. It's going to be good.
Starting at what time?
Starting at our normal time, 10 a.m., you betcha. And let's see. So if you want to participate, you don't have to participate in the White Elephant gift exchange. If you do, like a $10 limit, or if you've got something at home that somebody gave you 3 years ago and you're like, I haven't even taken that out of the box, bring it in. It'll be fine. You can do gag gifts if you want. Just be prepared. You may be the recipient. So, you know, the boomerang effect, right? What you put out there comes back at you. Right? And as always, if you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, please see a board member. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cindy. Now we're going to light the Christ candle and say our mission statement together. Now we'll We'll say our mission statement together.
We are welcoming community, supporting our mutual quest for spiritual truth.
And our invocation. There is
One presence and one power, active in the universe and in my life. God the good, omnipotent.
So now it's time for handshakes and hugs, and we will keep this semi-brief because there is a longer social hour afterwards.
It's a Christmas song. Christmas song.
Okay, I thought it was kind of serious. Don't you know us Christmas rockers? Say that 3 times. So it's a song. He's trying to.
Everybody has a Christmas song.
No, I think some Christmas song.
Learn something every day.
Rector's daughter doing about snow, snowing, not in real life. Yeah. She went to high school with my
They can serve.
one out in Need to leave a chair out of there. Friday, we were laughing because yes. Did everybody appreciate the low key?
Work for me.
I was planning to jazz on up here in the next final verse. We are on the third
Sunday in the Advent season. On the first Sunday, we explored faith in daily word and faith within us. On the second Sunday, it was peace and the peace that is always within us. And today, it's love. And I am divine love in expression. I am a creative spiritual being, and the substance with which I create is divine love. This includes the loving feelings I may experience as my day unfolds. Now, these are important elements, but divine love exists deeper than the feelings and at the very core of my being. The Trappist monk and author Thomas Merton described love as an intensification of life. My life today is deepened and strengthened by the creative intensity I bring to every choice. It is only by allowing the substance of love to shape my life that I can intensify my life experience and be a blessing to others. I am divine love in expression, and my heart is open to every opportunity the day will bring to share that love with others. From Colossians 3, verse 14, above all, clothe yourself with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. I am divine love in expression, and God blesses us eternally. This is a song that we almost always do at Christmas, just because we like to sing it. So you probably recognize it. Hey, hey, anybody listening? Hey, hey, anybody there? Hey, hey, anybody listening? Anybody there? We've got good news, good news, good news, good news. Christ the Lord will soon be found here. Good news, good news, good news, good news. Let's help spread the news around here. If I had a drum, I'd drum it. A mandolin, I'd strum it. A hummingbird hum, I'd hum it. Everywhere, 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 everywhere. Hey, hey, anybody listening?
horns bell clangeth everywhere, 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 everywhere. Hey, hey, anybody listening? Hey, hey, anybody there? Hey, hey, anybody listening? Anybody there? People sing out, sing out, sing out, sing out. Tell the world about his birth now. Sing out, sing out, sing out, sing out, loud and clear to all the earth now. If I had a time, I'd bring it, a finger symbol ching it. I've got this song, let's sing it. Everywhere, 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 everywhere. Hey, hey, anybody listening? Hey, hey, anybody there? Hey, hey, anybody listening?
Now it's time for one of my favorite people. One of the people that I'll listen to just unconditionally. Joanna Gabriel.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I want you to know how amazingly impressed and grateful I am for all of you. This is no small thing what you've done in the last few weeks. When I was here last month, we were at the other site. You weren't really sure whether you were coming here. It wasn't quite for certain yet. All this work needed to be done to make it happen. Here we are. This is your second Sunday in the new space. How does it feel? Are you enjoying it? Does it feel good? I was thinking about it, and Jamie and I spoke about it a moment ago. This is the fourth location that I've been with you all. And over the years. And what it is, it's a testament to that we carry the sanctuary with us. Right? It goes with us. It's not the space. It's when we walk in the door and the heart and the mind and spirit that we bring with us that is expressing through us. And you all are amazing examples of that, of moving forward, moving to the next space. And this may not be the last place that you are. There's probably another place. But the sanctuary, the spirit, the love, the community, the connection goes with you wherever you are. And I just want to be really mindful of that this morning and grateful. You got it all pulled together before Christmas. I mean, this is just no small thing. Mark, pulling together all this. I mean, this is amazing any day of the week, right? And Cindy holding it all together, Marianne, all of you who I know have been working really hard to make this happen. And so I just want to tell you, I'm just really, really grateful. Now that I found it, I'm really grateful. It really wasn't that bad at all. I only made one wrong turn and recovered. So thank you. The scenic route, yes. I'm learning more about Bremerton. And this is good. This is a good thing. So it's the holiday time. Does it feel like the holiday time? Are you getting into it? A lot of folks have a lot going on. Have you noticed that? Maybe some of you do. We're kind of turned upside down at Unity of Whidbey right now. And that is because one of our members of the community, who is a very beloved member of the community, who is a woman, a young woman about my age, maybe a little younger. She's a musician and a teacher, and she does music for us on a regular basis, and was about to participate in the Christmas time and the solstice time and with music and sharing and all of that. and very vibrant, very healthy, vibrant person. And in the beginning of October, she started to have some strange symptoms that she never had before. And to make a long story short, she found out that she had stage 3 brain cancer. And she now is in hospice after not having a clue the beginning of October. And so it's a shock, a huge shock. And I've had the blessed opportunity to spend some time with her in conversation and just being together. And she said to me, and I wanted to share this with you. She said, you know, for the most part, I'm doing okay. She said, what I notice is that when I can be in this moment, I'm okay. I'm not feeling anger. I'm not feeling resentment. I'm not going, why me? You know, why? I have this whole life. She has this wonderful, devoted partner. She has a beautiful life. She travels around the world. She has an amazing life experience. And she says, when I'm in the present moment, she said, I can do this. And she said, what I realize is that all the time that we spend outside of the present moment, we still only have the present moment. And that's where the suffering is. Do you get that? That's where the struggle is. And she said, when I allow it, I realize that each moment of now has within it everything I need to be who I really am. If I allow it, if I can be present in it, I can inhabit the moment with who I am and letting that be and not regretting the past and worrying about the future, which we spend so much time doing. She said, when I can just stay present, she said, there's a peace that I feel, that I know that it's all okay, that it doesn't matter why, when, how, who, what, it doesn't matter. And it's when I creep out of the present moment is that it's when it's tough. And so she sends that gift to us this day as we move in to this precious time of year that you guys have done such work to get everything together so you could have this time together here in your new space. To be really present. And then with whatever we're dealing with, whatever it is, that the answer, the solution exists in this moment of now. It doesn't exist in the past. It doesn't exist in the future. It exists right now. And I think I mentioned this last year at the holiday time. I can't remember, but it bears repeating. So I'll share it again. In the Christmas story that we're also very familiar with, we all know it by heart. We probably shared it excuse me, with our loved ones a million times. We all know it. We know the story of Jesus, of Joseph and Mary going back to Bethlehem. They had to go back there because they were taking a census. The government was taking a census, and everybody had to return to where they were born to be counted. That was the deal, and that's what everybody was doing. And so in the story, Joseph and Mary arrive in Bethlehem, and what do they find out? There's no room at the inn. And this is a big deal because Mary's going into labor. She's pregnant with Jesus, and she's going into, oh goodness, thank you, you're so kind. You know, I've been coughing for weeks, months, years, I don't know. Thank you, dear. Anyway, they arrive, and there's no room at the inn. And I was thinking, sitting with that, and I suddenly realized the metaphysical message in that. That when we move back into the past, there's no room for the Christ presence to be born. when we go back into what was, there's no room for the truth of us. Do you get it? Have you ever thought of it that way before? There's the message right there. Traveling back in time to the way it used to be, back in the Christmases when we used to do it like this, or where people who have left this life were at the table, and it was this way and it was that way, and it's never been the same since. I know none of you have ever thought any of those thoughts or said anything like that. But in any way, I'm sure he doesn't care. Bless you, Daryl. All the stuff that draws us and pulls us back. It used to look like this. It used to be that. When so-and-so was here. And not that we don't want to remember fondly and with great joy and gratitude those people or those experiences. Of course we do. But don't let those memories fill up your present so that you can't be in the present. Because if you can't be in the present, you have no access to the blessings that the present has for you. You can't access the presence of the present. Do you get it? It's like there's no presents under the tree for you. Horrid thought. No presents, those beautiful presents, and none have your name on them? No. But that's the thing, my friend. My friends, this is the thing. This is what happens in our relationships. When we're posturing and dancing and playing games with people and all that stuff. Do you know what that all is? It's us trying to be in relationship with someone on a level that we haven't given to ourselves yet. We're trying to be something, or we're trying to take something from them that we haven't given to ourselves. We're operating at a deficit. Do you see what I mean? Do you get it? Questions or comments about that? Because it's important.
Can't give away what you don't have.
Exactly. You can't give away what you don't have. And so very often in this life, we are operating from an empty place. And that's what causes us to be resentful. Oh, if I have to do this again, oh my God, they're always asking me. The thing of it is, the reason it feels exhausting all the time is because we're not filling ourselves up first. We're trying to give from an empty place. What happens in your car when you try to do that? You don't get anywhere. Right? Why do you think we would be any different? And so we give, remember we talked a few weeks back about spirituality, Swiss cheese spirituality with holes in it. The quality of what we're sharing with those we love is not at the level of what our heart truly wants to express.
Strings attached.
There's all kinds of strings attached. And we can't let those we love be who they truly are. We need them to do this or be that or look like this, sit this way or use this tone or don't use that tone or whatever. Because we're not filled inside, so we're looking out there to get filled. And trust me, there'll never be enough. There will never be enough. Because that's not where it is. That's why people who are social climbers who like to buy all the toys and all the stuff and keep buying and keep doing, and there's got to be a bigger house and a bigger fancier car and a bigger this and a bigger that. There's never enough. There never would be enough. Why? Because that's not what really fills us. It can't. So people that suffer with addictions, all kinds of addictions, whether it's sugar or smoking or alcohol or sex or whatever it is, there's never enough. Because the hole that we're trying to fill with the sugar, the sex, the whatever it is, it can't get filled with that. It doesn't work. It's a bottomless pit until we realize what's necessary to fill that hole. Do you know what it is?
Inside job.
It's an inside job.
Loving yourself.
Loving and accepting yourself, respecting yourself, letting go of the past, telling the inner critic to shut up. You're the only one who can. There's nobody else that can do that. Do you understand that? And these are the perfect gifts of Christmas. They don't cost anything. And it doesn't matter if you've got any tissue paper left. Right?
Or bows.
Or bows, yes.
Be your own best friend.
Be your own best friend. And that's what Jesus came to tell us. I come that you may have life and have life abundantly. The kingdom of God is where? Within. The secret to the truth of life, Jesus said, I've hidden it in a good place. You know where? In here. That is the perfect gift. We have to unwrap our relationship with ourselves. It's the greatest gift you could give to anyone else. Because once you don't need anything from them, you free them to be who they are. You free them to love you the way they want to love you, which is the most beautiful gift in the world. It's a new day, right? Questions or comments? There's so much of the grasping or suffering. And when my friend Lori said to me, I really get that when I'm in the past or in the future, I can't be there. And so it hurts. It's stressful. That's where our issues of stress, of pain, suffering come from. Do you get that? It's because we're trying to be somewhere we can't be. And what if we were to get that this year? Do you spend time with just the lights of the tree on and maybe a candle? And there's this amazing quiet. It's like none other. Do you let yourself, as you're being there with those lights and with that quiet, be there with you? Be there with you. That your celebration with the Christ child is with the birthing of you. As you do that, there's a tear coming out of Jesus' eye. He goes, finally. He gets it. She gets it. Finally. I came for you. the opportunity this year. It's been that always. But we're awake more than we were last year and the year before and the year before that, right? We don't need to make ourselves wrong. We don't need another club to beat ourselves with a why didn't I get this before? We get it when we get it. All roads lead home. It takes as long as it takes. There's no stopwatch, no time limit. Spirit doesn't operate with time. We get it when we get it. And at the moment we do, welcome home. Welcome home. That's the opportunity we have, my dear friends. That's the perfect gift. If you're still wondering, most of you have your shopping done. Be honest.
Yeah.
Are you all done? Have you started?
Yep.
No. Okay. Well, I suppose you can get some of the best deals. I went past, I drove over from Kirkland today, so I came across the Tacoma Narrows, and there's a little shopping mall right there before you come across. Packed. It was 8:30. Packed. And I'm thinking, well, maybe this is a good time to shop. I don't know. If you're still wondering what the perfect gift might be, look in the mirror and say, I forgive you. I accept you. I love you. Thank you for bringing me here, where I am in this moment of now. And I'm grateful for all those who've been in my life, who I've loved dearly and I miss dearly. Thank you, God, for what they brought to our lives. Our Grandpa Don, who loved Christmas. Can you see that vest he always wore, his Christmas vest?
Scary, scary.
I think he would have won any contest he was in around that. Grandpa Don, we miss you. And all those dear ones who have shared in this community. All how they blessed us. We celebrate them, and we celebrate where they are now. Without the limitations, without the suffering. And all those who we miss, if we were to ask them, if I would run around with a microphone and saying, excuse me, could we have a moment of your time? We have a question for you. We're doing a survey, and we'd like to know if you could give a greeting to those you left on planet Earth, what would you want to tell them about Christmas this year? What would they say? Do you have an idea? Anybody? What do you think they'd say?
I love you.
Yeah, love you.
I love
Yeah.
you.
Love more.
Love more.
Love one another.
Love one another.
That's all there is.
That's all there is. Indeed.
Do it now.
Do it now.
That was a message that keeps running through my brain when I was assistant to the co-founder of LifeSpring, and his wife ultimately had a brain aneurysm, and she couldn't control any of the functions, even her eyes or words or anything. But so we brought groups into the house where they could be at the mansion there in San Francisco. And her mind was good, so she was a part of. And then when everybody said, you know, what would be your message to us? And that was her words, do it now.
Do it now. And fully experience the moment, which is the same thing. Do it now. Be present now. Allow it now. The past does not matter anymore. It doesn't. Not to diminish your experience. That's not what it's about. You walked where you walked, and you know I always say, everybody in here is a walking miracle. There's no question about it. But we let go of it now to give more room for who we are fully. What's available to us fully now. And those dear ones would say, love is all there is, and be fully in it. Enjoy it. Be in joy. Lori, our friend at the church who's in hospice now, she said, I want you to enjoy this. Don't be sad this Christmas. What I need from you is for you to have the best Christmas ever. That's what I really want. Don't be in sadness. Be in celebration of what we have shared. Knowing that as I release myself to be fully in the moment, all that I've shared with Lori, or we've shared with Grandpa Don, or whoever you're thinking of, is in us. And will never leave. Will never leave. Could never leave. It's who we are. So let's take a few moments. Breathe. Be comfortable in your chair and just breathe and be present. Be present here. This is the new space for who knows how long. Weeks, months, years, we don't know. We're just fully present in today. And we're grateful for it. And we're grateful for, excuse me, for everything we did to get to this moment, because a lot has been done. Excuse me, I apologize. So much has been done. So if it feels comfortable, close your eyes. And I think all of us here can remember back. Do you remember the Ajax white tornado? Do you remember that? Yes. Oh, we modern people. Products of advertisement memes. But it's actually a good one. The Ajax white tornado. Anytime we move into a new space that we're dedicating as a sanctuary for our soul, our spiritual community, we're going to give it a little energetic cleansing first. So I invite you to see that Ajax white tornado. And you can start anywhere and just have it move through from one corner of the room down to the next corner, to the next corner, to the next corner, and then into the middle, and just see it scrubbing the energies, sparkling clean. Creating a new space, feathering a new nest, letting go of the past, blessing every part of it. Scrubbing, 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 sparkling. And when it's done, it disappears, leaving behind a new beginning, a new space. Our sanctuary for the soul, our spiritual community. And from here, all things are possible. And we say, yes, let there be light. Let there be love. Let there be divine order. Let there be kindness and compassion. Let there be healing and wholeness. Let there be oneness. And in this oneness, in our sanctuary of spirit, you may be reminded of someone who could really use the love and light, divine order, compassion in this moment. That whatever's going on for them, they might be challenged right now. This may not be their first thought. And because we're all one, we can hold the truth of them for them. Maybe they could use a white tornado energetically in their circumstances. If there's anyone that comes to mind, maybe it's who you would, if you were lighting candles today, light a candle for. Or maybe you wrote a prayer request. If it feels comfortable, say their names aloud right now so that we can hold them with you.
Candy, Tim, and Garnet.
We hold these dear ones, and we hold our entire spiritual community. We hold every being that comes through these doors in love and light. We hold all those they love and all those perceived enemies. We hold them all in love and light. And as we hold them, as we charge all life with love, with kindness, with compassion, with forgiveness, all life is lifted up. And for the opportunity to be reminded of the truth of us in oneness, in divine love, in divine light, we are grateful. And so it is. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
This is another song that's become quite popular at the Christmas season. I was watching this little gal on television who's a ventriloquist. I don't know what any of you
Oh, yeah, I know
have
who you're
seen her,
talking about, yeah.
but she's absolutely amazing, and she sang it on her special. And
I
it's
watched
just
it.
wonderful. So if you get a chance to see it, it probably won't come back, but you'll see her. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would someday walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save your sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nation? Did you know that your baby boy was heaven's perfect lamb? The sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
I always look forward every year to you singing that. And when you were talking, Joanna, it just made me think, I think I should borrow somebody's phone and call my own and sing that song. I just called to say I love you.
Great idea.
So that I have that message on my own phone. So now it's time for our offertory, and prayer requests, if you have any, instead of the candle lighting. As you're preparing your tithes and love offerings today, think about how blessed you are, and as you're writing your check or giving your gift, send your blessings out.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Debbie? We'll say our words together.
I give willingly, joyfully, and lovingly, knowing that God is the constant source of my supply. I give with graciousness and receive with gratitude.
Thank you. I like that, receiving with gratitude. So now it's time for good news.
I got a story to tell.
Okay, Lynn.
I was unloading groceries in my trunk last night, and I had the hood out, and that neighbor cat had got in between where that rack, that part that holds the trunk up, had got in between it, and the hood had slipped down and slid all the way down my head. So I went to figure out why the hood wouldn't go back up, but the cat was caught there, and so I lifted it back down, and the cat had scattered down back onto the ground. But I'm thinking that if that cat wouldn't have been there, that hood would have fallen down and hit me somewhere else. And then it ran into the hallway, wanting to go upstairs with me. And the neighbor lady had to call the cat cat back 3 times to come down out of the hallway, because it didn't want to go with her. But the good news is I didn't get injured from that hood.
Debbie?
Sometimes at my workplace, we are provided with free tickets to the Seattle Symphony. And last night was the case, and so I went to hear Handel's Messiah performed live. And it was just gorgeous, just gorgeous, of course. And then the Hallelujah chorus comes, and everybody stands up, and it just was one of those moving experiences. I started crying.
Oh, I would
I'm
too.
grateful.
Last week I was going to share that, but I waited till this week. This is my first Christmas living alone in 35 years. And so somebody else has always picked out the Christmas tree. And for a while, you know, I went with my husband and I used to go together, and he'd chop it down and tie it to the tree and carry it in. And then when he no longer participated in that, it was my son. And so this year I took my grandchildren to a little place, and they picked out the tree. The guys tied it to my top of my car, and then I took the twine and cut it, and I got home and got to take it in myself and put it in. So it was the first year that I was able to do the bigger part, you know, what is considered the big picture, you know. And so it was nice, and you know, and all the time doing the decorating, my grandkids were with me playing on the computer and the tablet, you know, doing the tech stuff that I'm not good at. Joyce.
So yesterday I was watching a TLC, a national program, and it was about seeing different areas, and they went to Point Defiance, or no, they went to, what's the one in Tacoma, Point Defiance. They went to the zoo lights, and there was one of our Dove winners, Terry Tuckerell, and she spoke on national TV. And then at the very closing was 2 of our former WIO viewers, Courtney Brossel and Robin Abbey Rush. So that was pretty darn good news. Wow.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I want to go see those lights.
Oh,
Yeah, me too. I wanna go
How
too.
wonderful those are. Also, so much about what your talk's about is I'm doing a free workshop tomorrow night. And then I'll be doing them on Mondays in January. And it's really about some very tangible things you can do for becoming more present about letting go of this and being able to be more present about how to help with stress, how to help alleviate stress and not allow the accumulation of it and that sort of thing. Some very tangible things, and that'll be tomorrow night at 6:30, and I forgot to bring some flyers on it. And then on Wednesday night, we'll do some meditation with the great master teacher of meditation, Reverend Michael Beckwith from Agape on Wednesday night, and those will be at 6. Those will both be at 6:30.
Well, thank you. And then if anybody wants more information,
That's Thursday. That's
Wednesday.
Yeah,
So
Wednesday.
You can see Millie after service for more information. And just a reminder that Debbie will be over if the table is for anybody that would like, for in this area, for anybody that would like some prayer for whatever reason, if for saying thank you or, you know, prayers for more serious things. So now let's stand and join hands for the peace song.
There be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator. this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of